Although they live in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Melanesians are people of the land. They live in the interior of the islands and are essentially farmers. The men of Futuna Island, however, have adapted themselves to dry land. Originally Polynesian, Futuna's inhabitants have maintained a love for the sea and an ability to take a great part of their nourishment from it. In 1774, Captain Cook gave the archipelago its name, the New Hebrides. It is now independent and is called Vanuatu, which means our land. Futuna Island is in the south of the archipelago. Futuna means stone or rock. It's small and sparsely inhabited, with 200 people spread out over 5 villages. The island of Futuna was created by the union of a god and a winged woman. Afterwards, a number of spirits lived here. Some became mountains, others stones, and still others rivers. Then men came here to live, and among them was a hero, a half-god called Hashishi. I sing the glorious story of our half-god, Hashishi, who invented everything on our land. Hashishi wanted to catch flying fish. At first, he tried to spear them, but they were too fast, because the gods had given these fish the ability to fly. Then he tried using a wooden hook, but the fish was so powerful that it tore it off its mouth. Hashishi then decided to use a net, but the fish was so clever that they jumped out of it. The hero thought hard and made a torch which was able to imprison the day around it. Then he left for the sea. He saw that all the fish hovered around him, flying in a circle, diving, jumping above him, and Hashishi was able to catch a great many. The men of Futuna have adjusted to a very hostile environment. The island consists of many steep cliffs of different levels with sharp drops. To travel around the island or from village to village, the inhabitants have had to set up wooden ladders or vines in otherwise unreachable areas. They must be repaired constantly since they are often damaged by rock slides or storms. Roland lives in the village of Harold Bay. His son Renaldo is now old enough to learn the ways of his people, traditions created for survival on the island. They concern fishing, farming, and building houses. Before colonization, houses were low and long, with roofs of intertwined leaves that fell all the way to the ground. They were solid and resisted hurricanes well. One enters a house only to sleep or to take shelter from the rain, and strangers never go inside. Each family lives in the middle of a well-kept clearing which marks the separation between the home and the forest, which is still a feared area. This closed domestic space is considered to be feminine. Men who are not a part of the family never enter alone. It's looked upon as unacceptable for a male visitor to walk around nearby. Each season corresponds to a type of fish or a particular crop. The men are responsible for certain tasks, like fishing. Soon the flying fish will be present near the Futuna coast, and it's time to take out and repair the necessary equipment.
Roshita tai. Amirata ukatiranga kana. Pangkali tahu nang kana? Ini valvuta. Tai. Penamata seni besi. Ya, ini valvu.
According to island tradition, the pig is more than just a source of food. A legend says that originally pigs were precious stones. They were found on rowboats drifting on the ocean. When these pirogues touched land, the precious stones were transformed into pigs. Pigs are raised primarily for sacrifices. Their upper canine teeth are pulled out so that their lower teeth grow bigger and form a circle. These circles of teeth are then considered to be sacred objects used to honor the gods. The men of Futuna have not forgotten the initial gestures their ancestors used for light. They still make torches in the traditional manner, which enabled Hashishi, the half-god, to imprison the day. The 3-meter-long torch is made of dried coconut palm leaves. It is kept together with plant strips, carefully tied at regular intervals. As on most Pacific islands, coconut palm crabs live in great numbers among the trees and along the beaches. They are impressive animals with powerful claws capable of shelling a coconut. They hide under the rocks, making it difficult to catch them during the day. The torch provides light and also frightens the crabs and smokes them out of their hiding places. Once a crab is caught, it has to be immobilized. One must be careful, since even though the animal is very slow, it is capable of breaking a finger with its claws. With one hand, Roland immobilizes the crab by turning it onto its back. With the other, he renders it harmless by tying the claws up with a thin vine. Depending on the season, Roland can catch dozens of crabs in just one night.
Não,